Warriors, good morning. We got some dates on the SEC lawsuit with XRP, and I'm excited to share this with you guys. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. And as you look this way, there's a whole nother narrative happening this way. Now, if you know the game, you can't be played. Now, remember the movie Wizard of Oz? We all were shocked when they pulled back the curtain who was there. The fact is, none of us know who's pulling the curtains or who is the person behind the curtain, right? So when Dorothy and them got there, they pulled it back and it was just a little guy talking through a microphone. The best thing you can do is to learn the game so you can't be played. Now, I'm the guy that tells you not to believe a word I say, but learn how to fish, warriors. I'm getting to open up your mind and awareness to the possibilities for you as a human being. And since we were very young, we've been preemptive programming to believe, and we're molded a certain way. Now, it's always been happening that way, right? That's what commercials are. That's what you do when you're dating. Everybody is preemptive programming each other to believe their narrative, right? Okay, so I'm Coach JV. Let me tell you my quick narrative. So I'm Coach JV. I'm a follower of God. I love the life of Jesus. I'm non-religious. I love every single person. No matter what religion you are, I'm going to accept you. I'm going to love you unconditionally. Okay. I also spent 12 years in the banking system. I learned how to scale banks from the ground up. So I understand the banking system at a deep level. It doesn't mean that I know everything. We're learning and growing together as the Warrior Academy. I'm the host of the Coach JB podcast. It's all over the world. Motivation podcast, Spotify, iTunes, Lips, and Stitcher. Author of 2 books. I also run the Warrior Academy with 700 warriors where I show them my exact portfolio and what I'm doing in the quantum financial system and moving to the 4th industrial revolution. And I literally show them what I'm doing. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. I just share information with people and I bring people together as a mastermind, the #1 skill in Think and Grow Rich, to help them grow together. We've helped thousands of warriors completely change their life from the inside out. All right, so let's go ahead and get this kicked off, warriors. Everything you need is in the description down below. Now, we've been waiting for this, an SEC lawsuit update, right? It's coming fast and furious. Please do me a huge favor, warriors. Go follow this gentleman. He came onto the scene, I don't know how long ago, but it's pretty cool. His name, it's Legal Briefs, Legal Briefs. It's right here, Legal Briefs. He is a lawyer who is giving us a lawyer's perspective on the SEC lawsuit. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice, and he's not giving legal advice. So I'm going to show you a short portion of this, but please go like, subscribe, and comment to his YouTube channel. I've been studying all of his videos because I understand banking at a deep level. Like I said, it doesn't mean that I know everything, and I want to make something very, very clear. XRP is really exciting because it's in the news. Bitcoin's really exciting because it's in the news. But warriors, some of you are missing out on the biggest shift in generational wealth, which is alternative coins. There is many alternative coins. I don't want to say a ton because there's a ton that are going to get wrecked with regulation. There's a lot of really solid, fundamental, real-world solve alternative coins that are going to make people very, very wealthy this year. Price appreciation, some 700%, 300%. Some are going up 1,000%, and we're in the biggest bull run in history right now. Now, this space can be very scary. It's like speaking a foreign language, right? And so that's why I help you managing the quantum financial system. Now, we're going to watch this piece, and then I'm going to break down one of my favorite coins, which is XRP, right? I love XRP. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm an ex-banker. I understand the real world solve. This is not advice, but I believe XRP is going to change the world. I believe somehow it's going to be pegged to a currency. I really, really believe that. I think it's going to be put into the bags of currency with the SDR, and it's going to really be something that radically changes the world. It helps with liquidity for banks, and it helps cross-border payments and connects the world financially. And you got to understand where we're heading. I studied the World Economic Forum and the IMF. So let's listen to a short clip here, and then I'm going to have you go over and watch the video yourself. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. I'll give you my commentary on what he's saying, and then I'm going to show you what happened in 2021 at Davos, some of the information that came out, and then I'm going to show you some of the partners that are working with the World Economic Forum, and you can make an informed decision where you think XRP is going to go. But what I want to share with you guys, I know you guys are super excited about this lawsuit wrapping up very quickly. It's not going to be wrapped up quickly. It's not going to be wrapped up till back end of the year, but we got some clarity here, and he's given us some great information to help us make informed decisions. So don't just get tunnel visioned into XRP. Make sure you're investing in other currencies and understanding other cryptocurrencies or crypto projects so that you can take advantage of the biggest shift in generational wealth. Here we go.
So, just to recap, the SEC lawsuit was filed just before Christmas 2020, and the first scheduled hearing with Judge Torres is on the 22nd. The hearing is by telephone, and normally these are in open court, which is open to the public, so I could go in there and sit down if I wanted to go to New York for a little vacation. And I'd love to listen in for you on the telephone, but I don't believe the courts allow you because you clog up the phone lines. Anyways, the judge's initial conference order required the parties to jointly agree on certain deadlines, and the attorneys have to meet, usually in person, and agree on the dates. And that's what we're looking at in the case management order. And this is always how it's done in federal court, very standard stuff. But in this case, which is a little bit different than the way it's done down here in Florida, the judge also required the parties to provide her a letter, which is supposed to outline 4 things. And I'm going to take you through those 4 things in the letter that they provided. That is the most interesting thing, and we are going to link to that letter down below in the vlog so you can go and look at it yourself. I highly recommend it. You're going to find some really interesting stuff in there. Okay, what we're going to look at first is the case management order. This is where the attorneys are supposed to get together and agree on certain dates and deadlines, what certain things are going to get done by. And I would like to say, I told you so because...
Okay, so I want you to listen to these dates closely because I know they're going to court February 22nd, right? I think a lot of people think when the Spark Network or the Flare Network launches in April, all of a sudden this is going to be over. This is going to be a long, drawn-out process. Now, my perception of this from a banking perspective and where Ripple XRP is headed, that they really want it just to be for institutional investors and accredited investors. They said that. He brought that up in the court case, right? So they only want it for accredited investors, which I believe would be $1 million in assets or above. It kind of gives you an example, right? And then also the retail investors being wiped out or taken out. Now, I shouldn't use the word wiped out. It's just not for retail investors. So my perception is I'm hanging on like a tick on a dog, but I'm not going to sit back and build my generational wealth just off XRP. I have alternative coins that are going to change the world radically. So you can't just put all your eggs in one basket, Warriors. You got to expand your portfolio so that you can help yourself as you sit tight, so you can help yourself grow a really nice portfolio.
The dates that I had mentioned in my previous log are pretty much spot on. So let's go ahead and take a look at this order now in some detail. So look at, first we'll start off with paragraph 1. The first thing that it says is that all parties do not consent to conducting all further proceedings before a magistrate judge. A magistrate judge is almost never agreed to if it's an important case, and I'm not surprised that they did not agree to that in this case. Paragraph 2, this case is to be tried to a jury. Now, we've talked about this before, and you're entitled to a jury trial, and you always ask for a jury trial. But my opinion, and looking at the Kick Interactive case, I'm pretty sure that this case is going to be decided by the judge as summary judgment, except as to the individual defendants. But as to Ripple Labs itself, I'm confident we're looking at summary judgment here. Okay, then let's move down to paragraph 5. All fact discovery shall be completed no later than July 2nd of 2021. That is a very tight time frame. Fact discovery is requests for production of written questions, depositions. Now, you're going to see in the letter from the parties to the judge, the SEC is wanting to take more than 10 depositions. And depositions are usually half a day or a full day, depending on how complicated things get, or they can go for more than a day. So they want to take 10 depositions, and they all have to be done before July 2nd. But the most important date in the case management order is paragraph 7, where it says all expert discovery shall be completed no later than August 16, 2021. So that's really the last date for discovery and what the...
Okay, so take a deep breath. So if you think this case is going to be settled in February, you're going to see some settlements coming out, you got till August, and it's going to go even further. So that's why I want you to understand, like, it's a long-term hold, Warriors. This is a long-term hold, not financial advice. I'm holding my bags of Ripple XRP. I am not going anywhere. And if I have the opportunity or if there's a price depreciation, I will be buying more.
Parties are saying here is that on August 16, 2021, all discovery will be completed, and then they're going to move into their motion practice. So after August 16, 2021, you would expect them to file their motions for summary judgment. A motion for summary judgment is basically a motion that's asking the court or the judge herself to make the decision on whether XRP is a security or not. I would expect if all discovery is completed on August 16 of 2021, that we would have some motions for summary judgment filed in September and possibly heard in October. And that is the exact time frame I gave you in my previous vlog. Okay, next, let's take a look at the more interesting of the two documents that were filed today, the letter to the judge. Now,
okay, so I'll stop right there. I'll let you go like and subscribe, comment. This is a phenomenal video. He's phenomenal breaking down the case. Okay, so now we know that at least till October 2021, right? We're going to go through the bull run sitting, wondering what's going to happen. So are you just going to sit back or are you going to build your portfolio? I'm going to keep accumulating XRP. I put it onto my Kraken. I'm just letting it sit there and I'm letting it accumulate with the market as it goes up and down. Yes, it's very hard to buy XRP right now. I'm sitting on my bags and I'm just waiting for this case to settle. I'm not going anywhere, and here's why, Warriors. I'm not looking like at the news like a leaf in the wind going back and forth. I understand what I'm invested in, okay? So I want to give you some information to help you make informed decisions. But like I said, there's so many other cryptocurrencies that you could be looking at, different projects that you could be investing in. But here's the thing with investing. I do Warren Buffett style investing within crypto. He's not into crypto or has never admitted to being in crypto. But what I do is I look at the real world solve, the fundamentals. Where is it heading? I'm not trying to get rich quick off crypto, which you can within the crypto space this year, but you also got to be very, very, very smart, because when everybody FOMOs in, fear of missing out this summer, and we go through one of the parabolic face melting profits, guess what? As soon as it gets super high, the wealthiest people in the world are going to pull the plug and let the price drop. And guess what? It's going to put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth, because weak investors, as soon as it starts plummeting down, they're going to go jumping out of the marketplace. So you got to know when to get in. You got to know when to get out. Right now, I believe we're in the belief phase. We're moving into excitement phase. When you hit the euphoria phase, you want to bail, Warriors. And what I mean by that is you want to pull back so that you can buy back in when the market drops. That's what the whales do. You ride, or if you get stuck in a price depreciation or going down, you just want to ride the wave down, right? And then ride the wave back up if you're in good fundamental currencies. So if you miss that phase, the euphoria phase, right, and you fall off the back end with everybody else, you don't want to jump out of the marketplace. So you buy the fear and you sell the top, right? You sell the excitement and you buy the fear. That's basically how you become wealthy in this marketplace. It's pretty simple. It's pretty damn simple. I made most of my money in the actual bear market. Okay, so I want to show you guys this. This was the World Economic Forum Digital Currency Governance Consortium Vision for 2021 deliverables. So this was January 2021. Okay, we know we had Davos going on. There's all this information coming out. The World Economic Forum is a plethora of information. It's some of the world's top leaders coming together. So this is really, really important. So this was all about digital currency governance consortium steering the committee. So this is pretty interesting. And the DCGC attempts to provide neutral, objective, and analytic perspective on pertinent issues. Okay, it's really connecting the world at a global level in regards to cryptocurrency, stable coins, blockchain. So if you just hit F, right, you hit crypto, boom, there you go. So you got comparative analysis, including CBDCs and non-stable coins, crypto assets. Okay, why would they be talking about this at the World Economic Forum, right? It's all over. You just type in crypto, there's Ethereum, there's Bitcoin, there's all kinds of stuff here. There's just articles, those are references, right? So if you go through here really quickly, I want to share with you guys something. Now people are like, oh, you know, Ripple is going to go to zero, XRP is going to go to zero. So what I like to do is I like to research who the key players are. So though they didn't mention XRP specifically in here, I just typed in Ripple. Okay, if I go to Ripple, you look up Susan Friedman, head of public policy for Ripple USA. Well, let's look to see who Susan Friedman is. So if you go to Ripple here, Ripple expands global regulatory team in DC and joins the blockchain association. This was on October 22nd, 2019. So one thing we need to think about too is Ripple, XRP has been involved in meeting with the SEC consistently and constantly. So do you not think this may be part of the narrative? You want to think about that. The cryptocurrency that has been involved with the SEC every single month since its inception is in a court case, and is the only one that's in a court case when Bitcoin and Ethereum were deemed not a security, right? But Ripple is the one in the spotlight. And Ripple is inside of the governance consortium for the World Economic Forum. You have Susan Friedman, right, who's involved in it, who's on the paper. Think about that. So who is Susan Friedman? So let's find Susan. So we just go Command F. So I'll show you how I do my research. Okay, we expanded our global regulatory bench to include Susan Friedman, an international policy counsel, and Ron Hanman as manager of governance relationships. Prior to Ripple, Friedman was a senior advisor to the CFTC chairman, Health Tabbert, and Self Tabbert, and his previous capacity as Treasury Assistant Secretary for International Markets. In this role, she regularly advises and collaborates with Treasury officials on matters including international financial service regulations, investment security, and trade. In addition, Hammond joins the Ripple, having previously served in legislative assistant to Representative Warren Davison, where he brought policymakers from both sides of the aisle together to revitalize and Token Tax Economy Act, a policy that initiated the conversation around the need for regulatory clarity. So think about this, warriors. The key players are from the regulatory sector, right? And the key players are here within helping the governance within cryptocurrency, right? The SEC is suing Ripple. Ripple's going through a lawsuit. I believe this is into usher in clarity, and what's going to happen is why you got to be very careful is when you get put into this, warriors. When you get put into this space, you got to understand when this regulation comes out, there's going to be a lot of bad actors pulled out of the space, okay? Now, what that means is these get-rich-quick coins or these ICOs that you're going into, or your friend told you can make a ton of money, you got to be very, very careful. Be careful, be methodical, understand what you're investing in. If it's a good, solid project, a good, solid company, good, solid leadership team, you're going to be good to go, just like you would invest in a company, right, warriors? So that's what I show you how to do in my Warrior Academy. Okay, so let's go. Let's check out Stellar, XLM. Oh, so let's go back here. So let's see what's up with Stellar here. Okay, so Stellar is listed in here, or there's a person from Stellar. Let's see what they're doing here. Let's see Stellar. Boom, Stellar. If I'm spelling this correctly, Stellar. There we go. Okay, so we got Seth Herdland, Head of Policy, Governance, Regulations, Stellar Development Foundation. So let's go over here, and let's type in, what was his name again? So we got Head of Policy, we got Seth. So let's go here. And this came up in Stellar's website. So we got Seth. Boom. Okay, so we got SDF new hires. Mark Hidden and Seth Herdland joined the SDF. This year, SDF focused on 3 priorities, ensuring the robustness of our technology, being the blockchain people who know and trust, and fostering sustainable use case. Growing our team plays a key role in developing on these priorities. That's why we're excited to announce 2 hires that are essential to work with. Mark Hennon, Vice President of Business Development, and Seth Herndon, Head of Policy and Government Regulations, warriors. So I just wanted to bring this information to you guys. I know we want to figure out when the lawsuit is going to settle, but don't get caught up in tunnel vision on one cryptocurrency, okay? Understand there's real world solves. You got VeChain, supply chain management. You got ADA, which is a phenomenal currency right now that is continuing to grow very, very rapidly. You got Polkadot, you got Ethereum, you got all these cryptocurrencies that are great projects, but fall in love with the project Engine, a gaming token. These are tokens that could really, really help you and your family build generational wealth. But also, it'll help you understand the game. So find a token, fall in love with it, study the crap out of it, and invest and understand it and grow with it. That's what I do with my cryptocurrency portfolio. Is every single crypto I'm invested in, except the pump and dump Dogecoin, right? Every crypto I'm invested in is real world solve. I've fallen in love with the projects. I understand the projects. I understand the real world solve. And I'm bought into the companies. It's not just a pump and dump for me. It's a long-term hold. But I also am understanding the marketplace of what's going to happen. As soon as a ton of people get into the marketplace, massive price appreciation, it'd be great if everything just went up parabolic all the time. But what goes up must come down. And you have to know when we're getting to that euphoria stage. And you have to set good parameters in your head and say, no, I'm out at this time. And I'm not going to listen to Bobby or Susie and what they're doing. I'm going to make a conscious decision to pull profits when I feel it's right in my paradigm, and I'm going to live with that decision, because you're never going to catch the high, you're never going to catch the low, and if you try to do that, you're going to get wrecked in the marketplace. That's called gambling. If you want to do that, just take your $2,000, go to Vegas and just put it in a slot machine. Do not treat your hard-earned money like a slot machine. Understand the market. Listen to the market and know the game so you can't be played. When everybody's super excited and everybody's talking about it, you might want to think about backing out and pulling some profits, right? When everybody's freaking out and jumping, like jumping out of the market, that's when you buy the dip. You buy the fear. You sell the excitement. It's super simple, whereas it's not that complex. I don't look at charts all day. I have a technical analysis team. I don't look at charts. I don't care about charts. I care about real-world solved fundamentals, and I watch human behavior. So that's what I do, Warriors. Everything's down in the description below. You can join our private Warrior Academy. I show my portfolio every single time it changes. Cryptocurrency call every single Thursday. We go over new projects. We go over technical analysis. We have a Discord with over close to 700 warriors now, all over the world, 9 different countries, technical analysis people in there, and we're just learning and growing together. You also go through my 120-day warrior challenge to learn how to change your subconscious mind around wealth and also nutrition and workouts. There's nothing like it. Comprehensive, full body, inside out approach. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. Warriors, rise.